burglaries, robberies. There's violence, shoplifting, driving whilst disqualified. There's a few multi different ranges of offences. I've been to prison on a few occasions. I'd say 6, 7 times. My last sentence, I was sentenced to 3 years. My sentence before that, I was sentenced to 5 years, and then I've had a few 4-month sentences and 6-month sentences and 9-month sentences.
I've been to prison quite a few times. I stopped keeping count a few years ago. When I first started offending, it was, a sort of rebellious thing that I'd go in. I wanted to break the law. If I wanted something, I'd take it. But later on, it just became about funding my drug habit.
I didn't like being in prison, but I never addressed my issues whilst I was in prison. I didn't believe I had any issues. I used to go to prison, get my head down and get out as soon as I can. I think prison kind of made me more sneaky, more, right, I won't get caught next time, that kind of thing.
The only way that my prison sentences changed my behaviour was in a negative way. I learned a lot more about committing crime, how to get away with it from other people in prison. I was a lot more defensive.
I feel prison is a different way of life to out here. You haven't got the stresses that we have on the outside, what you do on the inside. On the inside, I found it easier not to use drugs. I didn't use drugs while I was doing a prison sentence. I didn't have the stresses that I have outside, It's the simplest things, bills, I didn't have to pay bills. Just things like that, and relationships, and I didn't have them kind of stresses in prison, so I found it easy not to use drugs, and I didn't use drugs. But obviously once being released from prison, things would build up and I'd find myself relapsing.
I've had a lot of community sentences. I've had about 7 in all, and sometimes I'd tell them that I didn't want it because it'd be easier to go to prison, come out, not have to go to appointments.